911, what is the location of your emergency?
Hi, I'm Brian Harding. I'm a Deputy Chief with the City of Akron Police Department and the Director of the 911 Safety Communications Center. We're really excited to announce our recruitment campaign for Akron Safety Communication Technicians. We're looking for candidates with a strong desire to serve others and excellent communication skills. I'd now like to introduce you to some other members of our team, and they'll talk more about this position.
My most positive, memorable call was actually talking a young man out of suicide. He called in very depressed. He had a knife in his hand. I stayed on the line with him to talk him out of it, stayed on the line to talk him down with putting the weapon down so that the officers can get to him safely, and also medics to get to him to give him the help that he needs.
I think my favorite part of this job, or my favorite aspect of the job, is being able to impact the community and to be a part of something that's bigger than myself.
Go just make a chase.
All units, stand by. Chase procedure is in effect.
Eastbound on Malaysia, coming up to Britton Road. Traffic is light and yielding, about 35 miles an hour.
Our main concern is, of course, the citizens and their safety, as well as our officers.
I became a dispatcher to help the front lines without actually being on the front line.
When we first came in, we had 3 months of classroom training where we were not live. We had mock scenarios that allowed us to be able to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. And then once we became more comfortable and felt prepared, we would come into the center and do live calls with an experienced technician.
So in our call center, we have 5 different working positions. We have call takers, which are taking emergency calls and also non-emergency calls. Then we have our services position, which this is where you might be handling tows and other administrative duties and also answering the 911 overflow calls. Then we have our police and fire EMS dispatchers, which they are taking the calls and relaying them to the first responders. And finally, we have our leads position, which is responsible for putting in information on warrants, running backgrounds, and also running plates.
As soon as you start in the center, you start on 410s and you have every other weekend off. And your schedule is always consistent.
My most memorable call was I was on the phones and I answered the call and a woman said, "He's coming." And my first question was, "Who's coming?" And she said, "My baby." And I was like, "Oh boy, here we go." And she told me she was home alone. So I continued to talk her through step by step to deliver her baby. After a couple minutes of instruction, the other end went silent and my heart sank. And then that's when I heard it. The baby began to cry and I was so excited knowing that I was able to talk her through a successful delivery. And within a couple of minutes, the medics then arrived and that was the most satisfying call I ever took.
Hopefully you enjoyed learning more about who we are and what we do to serve our community. I would like to personally invite you to apply to be part of our Akron family. Up next will be details on how to apply.